Hello, hello, hello. Today we will be watching the September info. Um, Really excited for this because we get to possibly see more gameplay than what Karate Mike showed yesterday on the Iron Man buff. Plus, we'll be able to see um, gladiator content. Hopefully he hits really hard. He should. Um, it does seem like he is going to have Incinerates and Cold Snap. Cold Snap on Special 1, Incinerates on Special 2. I honestly think that's also why they uh, gave uh, the Iron Man buff both of those immunities. It may have just been for Bishop and Iceman, but we shall see what they decide to do. Let me open this up. Pull that over here. Okay. We are 2 minutes away from when we go live. Um, I need to pull up notes because I gotta write this down. Okay. Okay. Uh, Gotta go put this on the side. Oh. Um. Let's see. Tell me if it is too loud. If so, I can turn it down. I was able to get this set up a while back because a friend helped me. Okay. Let's close that.
Greetings, summoners, and welcome back to another official Marvel Contest of Champions live stream here on twitch.tv/kabam. My name is Jax, and I am one of your community managers, and I'm so excited to be here with you all for another fantastic show. We have a lot of very cool things to cover today, so I'm so grateful that you guys took the time out of your day to come here, especially those of you that may have even risked your jobs to be here. I'm so stoked. We've got some cool guests. We've got a lot of really informative behind-the-scenes looks at some stuff. And
I like
honestly,
this
as we
plush.
built out this show, it got more and more impressive. And we started the planning process a month ago, and I was like, okay, we got some stuff. And then as we got closer and closer, it became more and more of a banger. So we've got some very cool things to announce today, some very, very fun stuff. So I'm so grateful that you guys are here. First and foremost, I want to welcome
Snake.
anyone who has never come
Yep,
to
I got the
one
notes
of these streams.
ready.
Please hop into the chat and say hello. Please let me know where in the world
They
you're
are
tuning in from. I love, love, love to see it.
It doesn't
We
show up screen,
love to
but
hear
they're
and
right
see
here, all
everyone
right, to
all over
write
the
down
world, and
everything
the
to tell you later.
absolute representation that we have is so cool. It's one of the most interesting things to me for sure. So we've got Saber Zerk here from the Philippines, Billy Willie Yo from Mongolia, Lord Midas from Canada. Welcome on in, everybody. Shai Wang Ro is a first-time chatter. Welcome on in, everybody. Thank you again so much for being here. If this is your first stream, we do these pretty much at least once a month. So definitely make sure that you're following the channel and come back and check these out frequently. We post all the time on our social medias to let you know when we will be doing our next live stream. I can let you know that at the end of September, we'll have another one, and October is going to be a busy month for us with some very, very cool things coming. So make sure to keep tuned in for that.
Okay, so it seems like we'll have 2 this month.
I wanted to, before we dive in to this stream, show off that we are in a brand new space here. I'll show you a little bit more of that in a moment because we have a guest on set who's now nervous that we're going to show them. We won't. But this is a brand new space, and I want to tell you guys that this is made possible because of you. Because you guys keep coming to these live streams and hanging out, and you guys want to be a part of the conversation and be a part of this community and everything like that, we have been able to make a case that we deserve our own space. So this is the first ever live stream from our brand new dedicated studio. This is a streaming and video room.
Whenever I'm looking over at, not towards the camera, but over here,
like
I'm
so
taking notes.
Thank you so much for being here and continuing to show up for this. It's absolutely incredible, and I'm living out my gosh darn dreams. I absolutely love doing these with you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Can I pause this in case?
Before we dive into the stream, let's go over the ground rules. Those of you that have been here for some time will know there's only one rule. Don't be a jerk. MCOC is a game. It's about fun and entertainment and enjoyment. Everyone who is here should be here under the intention of having a good time. This stream, every stream that we do, is part informative, but it's also part entertainment and fun. So don't be a jerk. Everyone wants to have a good time here. Be a part of that positivity. Be a part of that enjoyment. Don't get in the way of other people having a good time. And that's it. That's the only rule here. Now, if you were to break our only rule, we do have mods in the chat. Shout out to our mods that work tirelessly to make sure that this is a safe space, that this is a fun space and a clean space, all of these lovely things. So thank you so much to the mods. They will be taking questions, especially as today we will be diving into Gladiator and the creation of Gladiator. We want to get some questions from you guys. So if you want to throw those in chat, especially as we tiptoe into that segment of the stream, please do. They're going to be taking, they're going to be keeping an eye out, and we'll relay some of the questions to us. So we got mods, and they're great. Respect them, please. Cool. So what are we covering today? What does this schedule look like? Well, we're going to start off the show with a big personal announcement from yours truly. We'll start that in a moment here, but then we're going to dive into some September content. And there's more than I expected. I imagine there's more than you expected. We're going to talk about the CAPS enlistment event in a little bit more detail. We're going to retouch on some Ascension stuff. We've got changes to a couple of game modes coming that are very, very exciting. Then we're going to talk about our 2 newest champs coming to the contest and dive deep into Gladiator and talk to the individual, to the human behind it. If we can get this light back on, I want to make sure that everyone can see me. Mostly, it's a me thing. It's a me thing. It's an ego thing. Then, to kind of round out the end of the stream, we are going to be doing a 20 questions round with one of our guests, time permitting, and we of course will be doing a giveaway. Hey, what are we giving away today? We are giving away a 7-star Gladiator. The first one to come to the contest will go to one lucky person in our community in this stream here today. So you guys are doing fantastic. You're 90% of the way to being eligible for this as well. We will also be giving away a 7-star Iron Man. Why? If you haven't seen the announcement and the news, we've got some exciting stuff.
Oh, they're giving away both.
And then we're also going to be giving away 5 6-star Iron Man. Iron Mans? Iron Men. One of them. Both of them.
Iron Legion.
What do you think?
It's called the Iron Legion.
Iron Mans. We're going to be giving away some Iron Mans. So stick around for that. We're going to give you all the details you need to enter for that giveaway at the end.
Well, at least that's what's called in the comics.
Cool. Let's get things started here. I want to talk to you about a big personal announcement. And I'm going to be honest, When I say it's big, it's big. Thank you, Rob. That was great. All right, let's show them. Let's show them. Ready? Ready? Jax, that's me. This is your pal Jax. Some of you know me as Kabam Jax. Some of you know me as Flannel Jax. My name's Jax. I'm your pal, and I have big news for you today. I am now Thronebreaker.
Woo!
AKA Toilet Smasher! It happened! Yeah! I did it! I beat the Grandmaster. It was not fun.
Akeem, now it's your turn.
I have never felt rage like this in my life. It was a multi-hour, many units, so many units endeavor. I don't think I've ever come that close to throwing my phone, but let me tell you, the glory at the end. It was almost a Souls-like experience where it's just like beating your head against the wall. I couldn't get the timing on the SP1. That was it for me. I was really confident that if I got that timing, I would have nailed it, but I couldn't. So I just like fought my way through it. It was really tough. Shout out to any one of you who has gone through that process, is now a Thronebreaker. To all of the Paragons out there as well, your dedication and vigilance towards progress is unbelievably incredible. Thank you for being here on this journey, and thank you for all the nice things that you're saying to me here. I appreciate that. Whew. That was exhausting, just like reliving it for 30 seconds, going back to that fight. I really had a good time with the story content in that act until that boss just was relentless. So, Paragon next. Shout out to Lyndon, a colleague here who we compete a lot, and he's been Thronebreaker for like a month or two and has been dangling it over my head. So, we're evens now. We're equals now, and even also. So that was it. Thank you for this 4-minute detour in the stream before we really got into things. I appreciate you guys. Now, let's talk about September's content. Like I said, this stream's going to be a little bit different because we have some really, really cool stuff coming to the contest in September. And to talk about our side quest and some slightly different structuring, I would like to welcome back to the show the man, the myth, the legend. Please say hello to Kabam Mike. How you doing, buddy?
Oh.
Welcome back.
Hi.
What'd you have for breakfast?
That's why the
Nice,
guys
yeah.
sound familiar.
Nice, yeah. I had Fruit Loops.
Downstairs and
It's true, yeah. Well, welcome back to the show. It's great to have you. How you feeling?
All right, I feel good. What time is it?
What time is it now? It's 9:09.
So for 9 minutes, I
Yeah.
don't think you took a breath. I don't know how you can just talk straight like
This
that.
right here.
It's very
It's caffeine.
impressive.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Partway through, I was like, I don't know how you're doing this. I talk a lot and I
Yeah.
talk really quickly.
Yeah.
But could not do it the way you
I think
do.
you guys should put me on stage at like a big convention or something. That would be a fun thing for
It
me
might
to
be
do.
fun.
That would be
We'll
fun.
look into that.
Cool, thanks. I appreciate that. But hey, gang, we wanted to dive into September's content. We've got some very cool side quest and event quest things coming. Now, full disclosure, I was away on vacation for 2 weeks and normally handle the communications around side quest things. So when I was gone, Mike was kind enough to handle that for me and did a fantastic job. But when it came time to do the live stream and I was like, hey, I'm going to come in and we have to talk about it, I don't know anything. Would you like to come and let them know a little bit? And you said,
Sure, why not?
sure, why not?
Yeah.
You know, the most commitment we can get. I think it's great.
Yeah.
So what do we got going on in our side quest?
Okay, so it's really simple. It sounds more complicated than it is. It's Gladiator's Gauntlet, and it's been a while since we've done a Gauntlet-style quest. I don't know
No!
we've done, but it's a series of quests, tiers 1 through 9, and once you finish one, you get to unlock the next one up. So these difficulties are open to everybody, but we don't want you want to progress as far as you can, but we don't want you getting to a point that's too far and then you're stuck. So you get tiers 1 through 9. Every time you beat one, you move on to the next one. There's a bunch of solo objectives that will give you rewards for completing certain quests for those tiers multiple times. And then tier 9, which is the Gladiator tier, just has one fight. So fight against Gladiator, it's open to everyone, and there's some really good rewards for beating it 5 times. So there's quest rewards for tiers 1 through 8. There's no quest rewards for tier 9. That is all in the objectives. That's where you're going to get your 6-star awakening gem, you're going to get some 7-star shards and that kind of stuff. But do not be fooled. If you get quest rewards for 1 through 8, there are no quest rewards for number 9, like I said. but there's also objectives that have to be done to get those. Like it's
Sure.
not just like everyone else is complete tier 1, tier 4, tier 5, or under. So if you're just doing tier 6, you're getting all the rewards for the ones below that as well. You have to complete it 5 times just fighting it, and then you have to do that 5 times, so 25 altogether. But for tier 9, you have to complete it with certain classes. So don't get caught off guard. Make sure you look at that before you go in and actually do it. There are keys. You'll get keys from a very easy solo event. Basically, every time you complete one of the tiers, you'll unlock the key for the next one. You can't do them all at the same time. They are locked by day. So you have to come back every day, collect your key. You don't have to do the quest that day.
Yeah.
But you do have to make sure you're keeping up with it.
Yeah, and that was a change we made a few months ago, and I've talked a little bit about it, but I want to make sure that everyone knows. That was a change that we made so that previously it was login calendar, and people were like, well, why can't I just do the login calendar? I have to do an actual objective. And the reason is, when we had the login calendar, if you just didn't log in for a day, you didn't have access to that key.
Yeah.
It was gone and you couldn't do it. This way, these objectives stack. They're usually very easy. Last month it was like win any fight, basically, right? And that means that you're not going to miss out on any entries into the side quest.
Yeah.
So that's the rationale there.
And and often people ask, why can't you just do them all at once? It is because, we want to keep you coming back throughout the entire month.
Yeah.
That is a very important thing for any game like ours.
Yeah,
So,
and if you want to come back, if you want to just burn through as much content as possible, you've got Event Quest, and there's going to be some new additions to that I think are going to be very cool.
Oh yeah, Paragon.
And I'm excited to talk about those things.
also, you can always just come back right at the very end
Sure.
and just do all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
You just can't do it all at the beginning.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Is there anything else we need to know about the side quest?
Probably. I can't
Probably,
remember all
nice.
of it. Yeah.
But if they wanted to find out more with a whole really detailed write-up,
You'll find it on our blog very soon. You'll find it on our forums. Usually I switch that over at about 10 a.m. Pacific time.
yeah,
Time zones, guys.
we were learning that people were struggling with time zones a little bit. People are like, I've been here for 2.5 hours since 9 o'clock Pacific time.
Yeah, Jay, you said you got sent home from work because you were checking out your phone a lot. Man, don't do that. Don't lose your job, please.
I love the passion.
Yeah.
I love the involvement here with the summoners and the battle realm and the community. But you need a job. That seems important. So definitely take care of yourself first. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Cool. What else do you want to tell anybody, or is that everything?
I think that's all for now.
Come to Battle Realm Brawl.
Yeah, come to Battle Realm Brawl. I think we're going to be talking about that a little bit later. Maybe I'll lean into the area and just give you guys some notes. Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Cool.
Everybody, please, a round of applause for the legend and my boss. So hype him up so that he's nice to me down the line. Thank you for being here, Mike. I appreciate you.
So always happy to be here.
Cool.
Okay. I don't know how to feel about the side
Now
quest.
We'll find an
Seems
uncomfortable way for you
interesting,
to exit the set.
but okay.
All right, cool. Summoners, we're going to continue the show here. Again, stick around for later in the show. You will be.
It makes sense if they have this one day locked, because
Gladiator, we're going to
if next month is a Little Steve event quest, that means anyone who has a rank 5, fully maxed out Little Steve, is just going to be able to steamroll at day 1. Unless they do it by week, but almost every time that there is a Little Steve side quest, it's about getting the resources to rank up your Little Steve in one quest, and then the other quest has the actual challenge of only using Little Steve for the entire quest. So hopefully they can get it done. Mostly because I don't want to deal with the entire month of Little Steve and not be able to do a quest.
About Event Quest. We have some bigger things happening in Event Quest than expected, but let's do a little narrative wrapper here. Where's my notes? Did I? Oh, there they are. All right. Our Event Quest this month is called Echoes in Eternity.
That looks
Gladiator.
cool.
The
I am making
indomitable
that my
praetor of the
background image.
Shi'ar Imperial Guard. Thomas, did I get it right? Thank you. Here's the call from the Contest of Champions just in time to help his new ally, Iron Man. The stage is set for the deadly showdown with the lives of the battle realm hanging in the balance. Can Gladiator overcome his doubts and rise to the challenge, or will their last beacon of hope falter under pressure? Join Iron Man and Gladiator as they defend the battle realm against Baron Zemo and the Master of Evil. That should be Masters of Evil, I imagine. That's my notes, though. In an epic tale of courage, resilience, and the power of trust in Echoes in Eternity. Cool?
Okay.
Heck yes.
That's cool.
So, you know, the story continues. And we'll keep diving into it. We gave you guys a narrative wrapper a little while ago, so I imagine not a ton of that. Sorry, we gave you a narrative roadmap. So not a ton of that will be a surprise to you. But we do have some very, very cool things. Some big changes happening with Event Quest. And let's get into them. I have created a wonderful, undoubtedly beautiful slideshow for you guys. So we'll dive in here. We've got Event Quest changes coming to the contest in September 2023. All right, let's dive in. What do we got here? Fewer paths and fewer nodes. I'm not kidding. These are some pretty big changes to the way that you guys play Event Quest. We got some stuff. All right. So there are fewer paths in all difficulties. We have approximately 6 paths that have been removed per difficulty across all of the different maps and everything like that. So it'll be a shorter experience. It'll be a little bit less grindy. We're also going to clean up the time spent traveling between nodes and fights and things like that. So that's going to be pretty cool. So we removed nodes per difficulty for less time traveling and simpler navigation. The energy cost per node increase. Hiss, boo. Pause. Take a second. Because the energy cost per node increased, so there's slightly more energy to complete, but significantly less energy to explore. Overall, this is a very positive thing. Again, it's another thing that I think we've been cooking for a little while, and it's feedback that we've received from the community over time, and it's something that we're implementing now. So in summary, overall, much less grindy here. So I think that's a very positive thing. But that's not all. Sip. Reward updates are coming. We have a new set of rewards for the Paragon Gauntlet. Of course, we talked about the Paragauntlet, coined not by me, but one of you lovely summoners in our Twitch chat last month. We've got the Paragauntlet coming at the end of this month. We'll show you a little, at the beginning of this month with this next event quest. We will show you a little bit more about that in a moment here. We've added relic rewards to uncollected and above event quests. We've removed item spawns but improved chest rewards. So what does that mean and why does it happen? You will no longer see random rewards spawning on paths. Instead, we have buffed slightly the chest rewards. So at the end of the day, you're not going to end up rerunning a path you don't want to rerun in order to get a specific reward. Instead, you have a better chance at getting better rewards in the chests themselves. So it's an improved experience as valuable items no longer spawn on paths, but that have already been completed. Introduction to more valuable consumables to chests, beginning with the level 4 health potion in Thronebreaker difficulty. Chest drops will be monitored and updated to ensure that they are more rewarding to players than past combined chest and paths rewards were. So they're going to be better than if you got the chest and the path reward. This will still be better. That is the intention here, and that is what they are working towards. So the chest stars are meant to facilitate viewing possible paths. And I saw this on my slides, and I said, I don't understand it. Thomas, today's guest, will be coming on later, explained it to me. Basically, as you hop into a map, you will see the different paths with these chests on them that should be 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star. In theory, that's an unofficial guide to what might be the easier path. Of course, it's always going to be open for interpretation. People are going to have different preferences. Their rosters might align better with a different path, but that is the overall intention here. So that's going to be your rewards updates for Event Quest. So we have the Paragauntlet. The Paragon Gauntlet coming to Event Quest this month. Yeah, next Wednesday. You guys can get into it. So how it look? This is how it looks. We showed this off on our last stream as well. We had question marks over Iron Man there. Again, if you haven't seen the reveal trailer, it's very cool. We'll show it to you again this stream. And if you don't understand why Iron Man's in it, oh, I'm excited to break some news to you guys here. But this is how the Paragon Gauntlet looks. Basically, you will complete and explore Thronebreaker difficulty, and you will then come back to the Paragon Gauntlet where you will fight all 6 bosses in one run here. You will have 3 people, a 3-champion team, and you will have a champ swap node after every 2 fights. Asking what I'm drinking, I feel like it is important to mention. This is cold brew. This is not anything nefarious or concerning. Don't worry. It is 9 a.m. So, yeah, be Paragon. Fully explore the Thronebreaker event quest to unlock it. Your team size is reduced to 3 with a champ swap node every 2 fights. Bosses have the same nodes as Thronebreaker event quest with slightly higher attack and health. And then there will be amazing, in brackets, rewards given upon completion. I see Mike getting a little itchy in the corner here. We don't like to tell you things like, this is going to be amazing, because you set your own expectations, and usually they're way over the top, and we cannot keep up with them. Now, John, who you will remember from previous streams, was the one who came in and said that the Legend Celebration event will be the best free-to-play rewards that we've ever seen. And I think we delivered on that. So John wrote this slide, and I'm taking John at his word, and I'm very confident that these rewards will be solid, will be very good. You're going to get a new title. That's just a little sugar on top, because I didn't know that the slide ended there. But, all right, moving on. What do the Gauntlet rewards look like? This is what they are. Here you go. So we start off with a Nexus 6-star Hero Crystal. We've also got some 7-star Hero Crystal Shards in there, 3,000 of them. That's actually pretty substantial. 6-star Relic Shards as well, 1,500 of those. 2 million gold, which again is an additional resource compared to just finishing Thronebreaker, and an additional gold for you guys. Yeah, the title's in there. It just says title. I actually don't know what it is, but I'm not Paragon, and I won't find out, so I'll rely on one of you to tell me. So the Gauntlet rewards, again, this is event quest. This happens every month. This isn't like a one-time event. These rewards might change slightly over time, but this is something that's new and should be something new for you to check out every single month. And if that changes, we'll let you know. Rob, was that the end of my slideshow? No, I honestly don't. I'm honestly asking. I don't know. Is there more? Oh, is this just the last one? Note, there are 2 25% Tier 6 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystals on that table there. All right? 2 of them. Someone did ask that question, so I'm glad we got it. Is that the end of the slideshow? Sick. All right, we're cruising. We're doing some great stuff here, you guys. I'm really excited. I think those are some really positive changes.
Those are some
Let me know
pretty good changes.
how quickly... No, simple. Let's make it simple. Yes or no. Will you be going for the Paragon Gauntlet on day 1 of the event quest? Please let me know. Cool. Other exciting stuff coming to the contest in September. We talked a couple months ago about the Clash of the Elders narrative and how we have all these things coming to the contest. We talked about the narrative side and all the features. And as we kind of progress through towards the end of this year, I'm being shown time and time again that we have a lot coming to the contest. I see a lot of yeses. There's no's too. That's fine. Get in there for the Paragauntlet. I think it's going to be really fun. So one of the other features that we have coming to the contest here in September is Ascension. We have talked a little bit about this. We've talked a lot about this. We've talked in small detail and deep detail. If only we had a video to show off to let you guys know exactly how it's going to work. This is the official video that we will be posting to our YouTube channel as well. So if you ever have any questions about Ascension, I've seen so much suspicion where people, I think, have this mentality of like, it's too good to be true. There's no way they're just going to let us make our other champs more powerful. We are, and that's exactly what's happening. So we've got a video here for you from the man, myth, legend. We have so many legends. Everyone's going to be a legend today. Karate Mike. Rob, are we ready? Can we roll it? Woo!
What is going on, Summoners? Today, we're giving you your first look at Ascension. Primordial Dust gives you the power to take your 4, 5, and 6-star champions even further beyond. You'll need to collect Tier 1 Dust to ascend your 4 and 5-star champions, and Tier 2 Dust to ascend your 6 stars. Ascending a champion increases their health and attack, making them more powerful than ever before. And once you've
Okay, it does
gathered
have
enough
instant rates.
dust, you can ascend any champion,
Powered.
regardless of class. But once you do this, you won't be able to reverse it, so make sure you choose the right one for you. Ascension launches September 6th, and to celebrate, we'll be giving away enough dust to ascend your first champion, as well as giving you the chance to earn even more through objectives in-game. So, who will you ascend first?
That's
Let us
Werewolf
know in
by
the
Night!
comments. And until next time, we'll see you in
Oh!
the battle round.
Oh!
Oh,
I did not think we'd be seeing that today.
okay, that's fine. Hey, everyone, welcome back. That's Ascension. There's a
Oh.
lot to like there.
Man, thanks, Energy!
So get pumped for that. Again, 2 different sets of Primordial Dust to rank up your 4 and 5 stars, and then also your 6-star roster as well. On, I believe, September 6th, I want to say it confidently, but I'll give you only 90% confidence that I got the date right. We will be sending an in-game message that will allow you to, for
Wait,
free,
I wanna see if
ascend
that's
your
on YouTube.
first ever 4 or 5-star champion, which will be very cool. And then you will be able to chase the tier 2 Primordial Dust in our Caps Enlistment event, which we'll be talking about a little bit more in this show as well. So, sorry, I'm very distracted by chat, but I was instructed not to say anything. So get excited, get pumped. That's all I can say. We've talked a little bit about Ascension. Again, you already have probably a pretty solid understanding. That video definitely helped.
Okay, Werewolf by Night.
This is going to
is a
really
mystic.
reinvigorate people's 4 and 5-star rosters. We talked to John again, who is a self-declared Battlegrounds addict, and has said that he fully expects to see more 5 stars being relevant in Battleground decks. So I'm really excited for that. We're going to have some very, very cool things in Ascension. I really am curious to see people's first champ selection that they ascend. I have a pretty good inkling. We've had some conversations about who we think will be most likely, but
Okay, that's
if you
cool.
ever want to dive into those
That's
types of
cool.
conversations, please join us over on the forums at playcontestofchampions.com. I'm in there most days, so as
Oh,
Mike,
wait.
we check it out,
Is he
and we like to
titled
see
as
these very
Werewolf
cool
or Werewolf by
conversations about what
Night?
people are excited for. So head on over there and join
He
us
is
when you
titled
can.
as
Okay.
Werewolf by Night. That's
Let's
cool.
dive into Caps Enlistment event here. We've got some very cool stuff, and again, this is the main thing that I mentioned. As the more I got into it, the more exciting I realized that it was. So I'm pumped to share this all with you. We've got Caps Enlistment event starting this month. Let's dive right in. How do it? Caps Enlistment event. How do it? Join an alliance. If you're already in one, great. You're ahead of the curve here. We've talked about how if you are already in an alliance and you already play a lot of the alliance multiplayer modes, you're likely just getting more rewards for stuff that you're already doing. You can collect gifting tickets, enlistment gifting tickets from the login calendar, and by completing solo objectives. You can then gift those enlistment tickets. Doing so will give your alliance mate an enlistment crystal. I see people putting air quotes, shout out to Chris, air quotes around gifting. Yes, this is not like any gifting event. This is specific crystals that you will be getting from login events here. Then you will want to complete solo objectives and solo/alliance event milestones by participating in alliance and multiplayer game modes. And then you will get more rewards. That is as simple as it is. Join an alliance. Hop in there, play the alliance modes. We will have more information about this. All of the nitty-gritty details will be posted to the forums today as well, so you can go check those out. It's going to be fun. There's some really cool stuff. That is what your enlistment crystal looks like. I thought it was cool. I wanted to show it off, and here we have it. So what do the solo objectives look like? Well, we have solo objectives for... Oh, hold on. What's going on, mouse? Okay, we're good. We have solo objectives for each of the different game modes. So there will be a set for Alliance War, Alliance Quest, Incursions, and Battlegrounds. You will have a different set for each of these. You will have a set just for doing alliance-y things, and then of course a solo objective and alliance. A solo and alliance event as well. Let's take a look at the top rewards. Again, there are 4 to 5, I think mostly 5, steps to each of these solo objectives. But at the very tippy top, for Alliance Wars, you're going to get 5,000 Titan Crystal Shards. Genuinely, I don't want to say concerning, but to the point where I went back to John and I said, hey, are you sure? Is that supposed to be 500? And he said, no, that's it. We're doing it. And I went, whoa. All right. So 5,000 Titan Crystal Shards will be up for grabs. Alliance Quest, a little bit easier to complete, but you will be getting some of your Tier 2 Primordial Dust there. You will get your Primordial Dust, Tier 2 Primordial Dust, across all of these different objectives, events, etc. So keep an eye out for that, but you're going to get some pretty major contributions there in the Alliance Quest as well. Battlegrounds. If you finish all of the objectives from your Battleground solo objectives, you will receive a full 6-star relic. And again, we've talked on this show before. Don't sleep on relics. There's a lot to like there. There's a lot of really customizable things. Some very, very cool stuff that's possible with relics. And we've seen our content creators come up with videos that have baffled me and surprised me because I think we understand it and we just don't. Other people understand it. Incursions, at the end of that run of solo objectives, we will be giving you 80,000 artifacts. That's a hefty number, and that's just the final bracket. And of course, through all of these solo objectives, we'll also be rewarding additional currencies, so loyalty, glory, artifacts, even I don't remember for sure on Battleground, so I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. But there's some very cool stuff. Again, all of the detailed rewards charts will be posted in our forums later today. So there's some good stuff. And again, if you are an active Alliance member and you play all these game modes, you're just going to get them. You don't really have to go out of your way a whole lot if you're already playing these game modes. So that's some very cool stuff. So the solo event rewards as well. We will be giving you a top defender crystal with each milestone. And I've seen the list. You'll see it later today on the forums. There's some hefty defenders on there. The absolute nightmares. And then the other side of it will be alternating enlistment gifting tickets and escalating crystals. So you'll start with like a 4-star and eventually it'll climb. You'll get a better crystal every other objective. And then you'll have Primordial Dust in the solo event as well. For the Alliance event rewards, we will be doing Champ Crystal Shard Selectors. And there's a lot of those. If you have a fully active Alliance, you're going to be great. If you don't have an Alliance, I have an Alliance, and it has like 12 to 14 open spots. So like, I don't know, maybe you reach out with an alt account, because we're going to be honest, we're not competing at the top end of this game, but we're having fun. So if you're unfamiliar or you're wondering what is a Champ Crystal Shard Selector, that is what you would have encountered with the 7-hour Legends Crystal, Legends Celebration Crystal in the past couple of weeks. If you ever opened and received one of those rewards and it let you pick from your crystal shards, that's what you're going to see. So it's actually pretty hefty as well. Shout out to the Legends Celebration event. I had a lot of fun with that. Show of hands, how many people set an alarm for every 7 hours and woke themselves up in the middle of the night to make sure to get
I did, and I
crystal
completely
possible?
lost my sleep schedule.
And then again, some more Primordial Dust in the
Honestly,
Alliance
why I
event
didn't stream
rewards
any
as
of the
well.
Legends event.
Yeah, it was a good event. I really had fun with it. Cool. So that is what your changes, or sorry, that is what the Caps Enlistment event
incursion
looks like.
changes. Forgot.
I'm pretty excited about that. There's some very, very cool things here. Yeah, there's more. But wait, there's more. I'm really excited. This show's going to continue to roll on here. We're going to bring on Thomas in a bit. If you're here for the giveaway, don't worry. That's going to happen at the end of the show. We'll give you all the details that you need. Let's move along. What do we got here? We got incursions coming up. We got incursions changes. What do we got? What do we got here? We're going to be changing the theme of incursions. We talked about this last month, that our side quest in the current month, in August, was an incursions game mode. And we made a lot of improvements to the game mode for that, and we're going to be carrying forward a lot of them. But we will be changing up the theme. It is now Metal Pool Meltdown.
Oh, that's
Plat
nice.
Pool and Gold Pool will be your bosses, and we have a video. So if we can roll that, and I'll talk over it. Anyone remember Deadpooloids? Because I actually didn't know that this was a thing. Mike was recording this footage yesterday, and I was genuinely confused. I don't think I've ever seen these, but they're here, and they're going to be in incursions. It's going to be very cool. Again, this is Mike's footage, just playing perfectly. Playing perfectly. Look at those double decks, Mike. Who knew?
Oh, 7-star Adam.
No, you played well. Don't you worry about it. Also, it was early in the morning. He was sleepy. Again, these are test maps, so don't take any of the champs and things too literally here. You've got your gold pool. You've got plat pool. They will be your bosses. I decided to let this clip run long because, Mike, full disclosure, you get tagged up by a special attack, and I mean, to be fair, you said it to me that they'll probably like seeing that we aren't flawless, because there's a really strange narrative in our community that either we don't play the game at all, or we're
you
good,
play this
but then
game.
if
How'd
we
you
play
mess
it and
up
we show
items
that we're
rotation?
good, I don't know. It's a whole thing. Anyhow, new incursions theming. That'll be very, very cool. So get ready for Metal Pool Meltdown. We are also changing up the way that sectors operate. So we are going to be carrying forward with our side quest stuff here. Some of the positive changes that we have. And we're going to be showing off that our sectors will be 1 through 6, and we'll be targeting different difficulty levels similar. We're going to keep that change rolling. I think it's going to be positive. We're also changing up the cooldowns. So you can see these changes here. I guffawed yesterday talking to Mike about how the cooldown for a 7-star in incursions was 140 hours, which seems crazy. I don't have any 7 stars, so I wouldn't know. But everything's coming way down. So your 7 stars going from 140 down to 20 hours on cooldown. So is 6 stars. 5 stars is going to be 16, all the way down to 1 star if you really want to show off. It's a 30-minute cooldown. So this is going to make the mode a lot more accessible. So are a lot of the changes. We're going to have another post in the forums next week about detailing a lot more of these changes going forward as well. Also, defenders. 7-star defenders have entered incursions. I don't believe that that's a massive change. I believe we had 7-star defenders in our side quest this month as well. Again, I can't handle 7-star defenders, so I'm not in a position to encounter them myself. But we're also going to be changing up some of the rewards. We are going to be increasing artifact yield across all the difficulties. It says remaining because we shrunk down how many difficulties there were, but they're more specifically catered to your progression level, so we've got that. We've increased the artifact cap to 500,000. We've added 7-star shards and tier 6 class catalysts to top zone rewards, and we've increased...
Pause. 7-star shards. T6CC top zone. Rewards. 500k cap on artifacts. Increased amount of other resources. Okay.
First time. It will require you to already own 8 7-star champions to be able to purchase it.
Artifacts.
You will have, it will cost 400,000 artifacts, and you will be limited to 1 with a reset every 30 days. But what is it going to look like? Boom! We got a Hulkbuster. We got a Cap. We got a Namor, Angela. We got Ronan, and we got Mojo. That is a solid looking crystal. It looks great. We've got some very, very cool things happening here. I see people, 400k, what? Again, we're making it easier for you to acquire artifacts. Keep in mind, you get 80,000 for 1 milestone in Cap's enlistment event here. Just 1, and it's escalating from that as well. I should have totaled it, but I think it's about half of that crystal just for playing a couple of
well, Allison is happy about this. I'm happy about
it's going to be
this
very
one.
cool. Again, keep in mind that we have
I don't
talked about
know.
this in the past, that we
This
are
will
creating
be
more
fun.
specific,
This
more
will be
controlled
fun.
avenues for you to chase
I don't know how to
specific
feel about
7
him.
stars. So those
good
experiences
lineup.
are going to, again, allow you to hope to get one of these champions and narrow it down to 1 of 6.
Wow,
That
Allison's
doesn't mean
probably
that things are going to be
probably
super,
popping off.
super easy for you to acquire. It's going to require you to do work still. We're not just going to be able to hand you these things left, right, and center. But this is what your 7-star incursions crystal looks like, and I think it looks pretty rad. We got Alliance Wars changes coming up here. Anything else we want to dive into before we move along? I don't think so. Cool. Let's keep going here. Let's talk about Alliance War changes. We got a new map. we got new maps coming. We have 2 new maps. We've got a video, so let's roll that video so I can talk over them. You have a completely new setup coming to Alliance Wars here. And there's a number of reasons that we have made these changes, I'm told by the game team. Number 1 is to basically remove a choke point with the mini bosses. So instead of running into issues with planning and time zones and alliances, which we know was a bit of a problem, we moved those mini bosses towards the end of the map to allow you guys to navigate and progress through these maps at your own pace a little bit more here as well. We will also have a full breakdown of these changes coming to the forums next week as well, so make sure to look out for that. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Again, a lot of this redesign was done with community feedback in mind, so we're going to have the full breakdown. As a result of changing the layout, some of the nodes will be changed as well. We've got those updates, but they're very nitty-gritty details, so we're going to just skim through it a little bit here and allow you guys to dive in deeper on the forums next week. Relics coming. Relics are going to be here. They're going to be activated with Season 44, so get excited for that. Get your best relics. Again, don't sleep on relics. You guys, come on. We also have a rewards update coming to Alliance War with Season 44. So looking at the Masters Reward overview, again, full details in the forums next week. Titan Hero Crystal Shards are being added to the pool for Master Rewards alliances. We have an increase to the Tier 6 class cap fragments, both crystals and selectors. We've added 4, 5, and 6 star relic crystal shards as well. Moving through Platinum, are receiving more 4, 5, and 6 relic crystal shards. When I say more, you're getting them for the first time. Moving on to gold rewards, where we have added 4-star relic crystals, and silver rewards are receiving 3-star relic crystals. So a little bit more relic accessibility, even on the lower end of that leaderboard. We have a 7-star loyalty crystal, very similar to this Incursions crystal. It will be available in late September, with more details to come. It will be launched with a specific event thing that we're not going to talk about just yet, but let's take a look at it. Here is your 7-star
Black
loyalty
Cat,
crystal.
Howard.
We have
Ooh.
Mordo.
Ooh.
We've got Howard. We've got Vision, not Arceus.
That's actually a really good
Arceus
crystal.
yesterday. That's Pokemon. Arceus, thank you. We've got Black Cat and we've got Storm there. So, again, a very small pool. If you want to target one of these champions, your likelihood of getting them is very high. Also, trivia question.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo. I'm actually really excited about that.
Of the day, because I found this out yesterday. What is Mordo's first name? What is Mordo's
Carl.
first name? And I laughed. Yeah, I did not know that Mordo's first name was Carl. I don't know why that tickles me so much. Full name.
That's actually
Baron
really cool.
Mordo Amadeus. No, Baron Carl Amadeus Mordo. Carl with a K. Oh my goodness. Anyhow, check out this 7-star loyalty crystal. It'll be available in towards the end of September here. Some very, very cool stuff. Are we done with the slideshow, Rob? Did I do it? We did good? All right. Heck yes. Perfect. One other update here coming to the contest in September. You have to do nothing to receive this update. It is going to be a visual update to Strikers coming in September. If you have any Strikers, if you have any relics on your champions, your Strikers are going to look a little different and a lot more cool. Rob, can we show them? Okay, we got Mr. Sinister here. But we got Striker Mr. Sinister.
I don't like that.
Blue Beauty. We got Spider-Man 29. And we got beautiful blue.
I don't like that.
Spider-Man 29 Striker. Very cool. So again, this is just going to happen. Any of your Strikers will be completely updated. You have to do nothing. Speaking of doing nothing and getting completely updated stuff, y'all hear about Iron Man?
Except Ghost Rider, that looks good.
Iron Man? Rob, can we roll the trailer? Yes. It's a cool trailer. Get excited for it.
Are we broadcasting? I feel like we're not broadcasting. Friday, show the summoner what I'm seeing. Whoa. Told you chose a new champion to make a happy home in the contest. Love the initiative, great hustle, kid, but there's been a slight hiccup in the plan. Oh. And it's a violent hiccup. Friday, activate punchable face protocols. No more Mr. Nice Trillionaire Playboy. Friday, run shiny and new upgrade. Now then, how confident are you about round 2?
Hey everyone, that's our awesome new Champ reveal trailer. Shout out to everyone who watched the premiere live on YouTube yesterday. Myself and Mike were hanging out there. We had a couple of the other marketing team there. I know that we saw some confusion. Now, I know that we cleared it up a little bit. I know that our content creators did a wonderful job of detailing that this Iron Man, but again, not everyone would have seen that information. This Iron Man is a complete remaster, okay? Complete new kit, new animations, new model, new special moves, as you saw. If you already have Iron Man, that's it. You've done it. You don't need to go any further. I saw some speculation that, oh, they're gonna release him as a 7-star and that's the only updated version. Nope, the entire game. If you have Iron Man, you have new Iron Man, and it is very cool. Now, this is new. This is a new approach for us here on MCOC. Typically, you get 2 brand new champions a month. There's a lot of hype around them. They are very cool. Is this going to happen every month? I've seen the question, I've seen the conversation. I can tell you with confidence, it will not happen every month. This is something new that we are trying. We are going to evaluate the impact, and ultimately, it needs to be a positive impact both on the contest and the company. So, we are going to monitor performance, we are going to check it out, but we are very excited to be able to try something new for you all and bring you a remastered Iron Man. Now, the kit has changed. There's a lot of new things to be excited for in that as well. We have the man, myth, legend. I told you everyone is. We've got Karate Mike coming back here to give us a little snippet of the ideal rotation of our remastered Iron Man. Let's roll the clip here. Everyone just enjoy. It looks very cool.
It's so pleasing to watch.
To begin, strike the opponent to start building your armors.
Oh, it's a different
You
video.
have a chance to gain them while
That's cool.
blocking, so don't be shy with your blocks.
Jeez, you
But
take no
once you've
damage.
gained over 5 armors, you'll need
Please-
to keep them
please just
paused.
block
So
that
parry
special
the
too.
opponent's special attacks to
Jesus
pause your
Christ,
armor.
that
And
does no
yes,
damage.
these stack, so stay focused. Now, don't force it, but if possible, try to activate the arc reactor with the special 2 at about 11 armors. That way, you get extra reactor charges. And once you're ramped and ready to go, use your special 1s to stack those armor breaks, then simply rinse and repeat until
Or for
they're
background,
knocked out.
just double special 1. And they'll die.
Now, if your opponent
This is
happens
what
to
we
have
all saw.
a lot of prowess, you could ignore all of that and go right for your special 1 to invalidate them immediately. Just make sure to keep those armors paused and enjoy the yellow numbers until the opponent is knocked out.
Ah.
And hey, if you happen to mess up, don't worry. That newly improved Mark III armor comes fully equipped with on-demand regen by double-tapping block during a special attack once
Okay,
per
so the
quest to
regen
help you
is
top
nice.
up when you need it most.
Ooh. That is a really nice heavy.
And that is the first look at the kit for Iron Man's
My
remaster.
poor rank
I'm
2
very
Sauron.
excited to have that come
Yes.
to the contest. And I've known about it for a while, and I kept wanting to like leak that information, and I couldn't. To the point where I saw people on Twitter, I will always call it Twitter, who were like, "Hey, it's level up. Who did you level up?" I was leveling up Iron Man, and I wanted to tweet it to be like, "Oh, did I do good? Silly cab." But now I'm Thronebreaker, so you know better. Kikoku says, "Cyclops next, please." I know Mike agrees. Who knows? I just thought that that was funny. We went back to Karate Mike and said, hey, tell us about Iron Man. What do people need to know? Karate Mike came back with this. Tony is the first champ that we're buffing in the place of a new character release slot, so that alone makes him pretty special. He's a classic OG champion with a nice fresh coat of paint and an impressive amount of damage and survivability. Tony is amazing at countering prowess. Against Sauron, Bishop, etc., you could skip his entire ramp and go straight to Special 1 to invalidate the opponent's prowess and shoot his damage output through the roof. He's an extremely tanky and reliable champion with some extra regen as the cherry on top. I see him being a strong tech attacker in Battlegrounds and War with a nice ceiling for questing content as well. Whenever there's a fight with prowess, he's gonna have a good time. Thank you, Karate Mike. You guys should go check out Karate Mike's YouTube page, Karate Mike 415. Very specific numbers.
So he's going to be a physical damaging
who's a Karate Mike
Nimrod.
So go
what
check
I'm
him
getting
out. That's Iron Man Remaster. I'm very excited to see the impact that this has on the contest. I'm excited to see people hopefully go back and give Iron Man another glance and that we're doing some justice to this prolific character. That's Iron Man. I'm really excited. You guys excited to talk about Gladiator? We're going to be talking about Gladiator here in just a second. A quick reminder that we will have our giveaway for 7-star Gladiator, 7-star Iron Man, and a handful of 6-star Gladiators at the end of the stream. Stick around for those details. Let's take a first look here at Gladiator with their ideal rotation from Karate Mike. This is the first footage in-game that I think we've released of his kit. So check this out. It looks epic.
To begin, strike and chain your heavy to intimidate the opponent and start building your confidence. Repeat the process and smash into their block while they're intimidated until you're super confident. At this point, you could bait a special so your opponent has low power. Then, use your heavy again, but this time, you'll be unblockable. Just before your intimidate fades away, chain another heavy to intimidate them once more and finish your ramp, just like that. Now that you're ultra confident, you'll inflict burst damage while attacking during and immediately after the opponent's special attacks. So keep that in mind while building to just under your special 3. Then, knock the opponent down with your heavy and immediately launch your special 2 while unblockable to deal additional bursts. Then, if possible, chain a combo into your special 1 before the unblockable expires to do it again. If the opponent isn't already knocked out, just continue your assault until they are. And if you're questing and push even further beyond, you can take advantage of your extra confidence buffs and burst the opponent down during their special attacks. So keep that confidence high, but don't get too cocky.
And we're back! That is your first look at the kit of your Summoner's Choice 2023 winner, Gladiator. I see a lot of excitement. I see a lot of cool things. We knew we had to make Gladiator epic. We knew that you voted to bring him here and that we had big shoes to fill. We wanted to make him excellent. We wanted to bring the hype to the contest, so we brought out our best and brightest. And we brought him here to the show. Please say hello and welcome back to the show, Thomas.
Hi, everybody. Thanks to be here.
I'm excited to have you. It's great. Also, Thomas pointed out as he joined us on set that earlier in the show, I said we'd be giving away 6-star Iron Man. Then I said we'd be giving away 6-star Gladiator as a runner-up. We upgraded it in the middle of the show. We said, Iron Man, no way. Let's give him 6-star Gladiator. So that's what we have for later in the show. How have you been?
I've been good. Glad to be here.
I'm really excited to have you here. You joined us last time to talk about one of your previous champions coming to the contest. Who was that?
That was Danny Moonstar.
Danny
And
Moonstar.
she was a really positive experience. I was glad to help contribute to bringing the first Indigenous champion to MCOC.
It's a big deal.
And it worked out really well.
Yeah, and a very, very cool champion as well. We've talked about repeatedly, I've had many conversations with this community about representation is important and that every champion has a story to tell, and it's very cool to be able to bring that first Indigenous champion to the contest. So I think that's really cool. Now, you've been a champion designer. You mentioned last time that you were on the Quest team previously. So once you made that transition over, what champions have you had a hand in contributing to?
Yeah, so I worked on Sandman and Danny earlier this year rather, and that's actually sort of like my experience so far, and I also collaborated on Scorpion with Kabam Lex last year as well. That was sort of my tryout for the moving over to the Champions team.
I'm glad you
And
made it.
yeah, it's worked out really well. I'm glad to be here. It sort of was the dream for a long time, because when I originally got indoor in Quest, I was happy to be there in Quest as well, but I always kind of looked over what the BCG guys were doing. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
And I like it. I like that passion. I like being able to have these conversations with our dev team, so that, I mean, for me personally, experiencing the level of passion that you guys carry yourselves with is incredible, but also for the summoners watching at home. So we're going to be diving into a little bit of the creation process for Gladiator. And we want to open up the floor to Q&A for you guys. If you have any questions, throw them into the chat. We're going to be giving you guys a pretty thorough understanding of this process and Gladiator in general. But if you have any questions about how we made him, any of those sorts of things, throw them in there. We have our mods that'll be keeping an eye out, and hopefully we can address them towards the end of the segment here. Okay, so you created Danny, and then Summoner Choice 2023 happened. How did you approach? Were you voting Gladiator from the get-go?
Yep, I almost always vote Cosmic. I've got a bit of a soft spot for Marvel's sort of cosmic pantheon of characters.
Yeah.
So I was kind of on Team Gladiator the entire time. I think I was the only person on the Champions team that was actually rooting for Gladiator this time around. I think the bulk of them were wanting White Tiger, because her ability kit was a little bit more unique, because it's seeing as we've explored Hyperion and Icarus and Sentry in the past. So sort of like it's trodden ground. But but I was like big, strong purple guy that punches people. So I was all in on that. So yeah.
He looks great. This is a cool background right here. I kind of want to move this. Oh my goodness, this is heavy. Oh my goodness. Whoever won our...
And there's another one behind it.
Whoa! Logoception. Okay. I'm always curious to know when we take a champion just from a name on a page and we add them to our game, we add them to the battle realm here, how much deep dive do you go into in terms of like reading comics, doing research? What was that process like for you on Gladiator?
Yeah, so I've been a Marvel Comics fan ever since I was like a little kid. You know, the Spider-Man and X-Men cartoons from the 90s. Mainly the Maximum Carnage video game for the Sega Genesis.
Shout out to Sega Genesis, my first console.
Yeah, so I actually like have pretty comprehensive like experience reading comics growing up. So like I read Rise and Fall of the Shi'ar Empire by Ed Brubaker and Billy Tan back when it came out in like 2009, something like that. And that was my sort of big primary exposure to Gladiator. And then I read him again in Realm of Kings, War of Kings by Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning, and then eventually in Annihilators and the Thanos Imperative. So like I had a lot of experience with the character already, so I didn't have to do like a big deep wiki dive like some people may. So I kind of relied on my existing experience actually. So I was happy to take an opportunity to sort of present a character that I knew so well.
Yeah. I think that's really cool, and honestly, Marvel has such a pantheon of different characters that realistically, for people to be like, I've never heard of this one, it happens. There's just so many. Can you give us like a brief overview of Gladiator's backstory and a little bit of the lore deep dive? Shallow dive, medium dive.
For sure. So Gladiator is our first sort of Shi'ar character in MCOC, and that's a big deal because we already have a wealth of Kree characters and a wealth of Skrull characters, and sort of the Shi'ar are like the third pillar of sort of the outer space environment in Marvel. And that's a big deal. He's not actually Shi'ar himself. He is Strontian, which is sort of a member state of the Shi'ar Empire himself. But yeah, he's always kind of served as the Magister or Magistrix of the Shi'ar Empire's sort of personal bodyguard and leader of their Legion of Superheroes typed team of the Imperial Guard.
Yeah.
So he is a big, powerful dude with a lot of cool powers, but it's all gated behind confidence. If he's not feeling particularly bold that day, he's not going to be as impressive. But when he's sure of himself, he can really dominate. So.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I went back through, because I had not heard of Gladiator prior to Summoner's Choice 2023, where I told everyone that they should be voting for Spider-Punk, and nobody did, and then the movie came out, and everyone's like, oh, Spider-Punk's so cool, they should add him to the content. Guys, I told you! But now we have Gladiator, who's also very cool, that's fine. I went back and did some research on Gladiator, and I saw him in more recent comics as kind of like a political figurehead as well. So I guess that kind of touches on a little bit of the lore background.
He's very much sort of the power behind the throne.
Cool.
The Emperor. It's easier to just say Emperor.
Sure.
Of the Shi'ar Empire. They sort of like the one that rules Gladiator rules the Shi'ar.
Right.
That's sort of the way that works.
Awesome. So I know you touched on the confidence aspect, that he leads with confidence and fights with confidence, and I know that you kind of took that as a major component to creating this champion. What was your approach to taking him from page to kit, to like actually making the fighting and combat feel like this character that people are familiar with?
Yeah, so I really sort of like, with the idea of confidence in a character, there's a lot of ways that you could take it. You can have a character that's sort of just easy to pilot, just go forth and do things. And he does have that. But when you think of the concept of confidence, you kind of have to earn confidence. You don't just walk in and you got it. So like he builds up confidence over the course of the fight, and he gets more powerful as that goes. He unlocks new abilities at a certain threshold, and then he becomes a little bit cracked at a certain at a second threshold. So I really wanted to lean into that, and sort of like I wanted you to feel confident while playing him, but you're required to be confident at his top level. He's got a pretty high skill ceiling, but I wanted to try and keep that skill floor quite open as well. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to get this in the hands of players. I think that you've done a fantastic job. I've been in review sessions with you in this process, and I'm really excited for you to be able to play Gladiator.
Cassie's special
if
one
you are here
can't whiff
looking forward
anymore.
to this giveaway, it'll be coming up soon here. Make sure to stick around. We will give you the specific information that you need to enter. When that time comes, sit tight, hang out. We're going to have a good time. Now, you mentioned to me in the kind of ramp up to this stream, you wanted to make sure that we weren't just doing Hyperion and Hercules again, right? Yeah. So what process did you put in place to kind of make sure that this wasn't repeating ground that we've already seen before?
Yeah, so there was a lot of
Juggernaut
Hyperion
cannot
2,
be
Hercules 2 in
permanently
sort of
unblockable anymore.
That is not the name that's on the ticket. You guys voted for Gladiator.
Long shot
so I went to very much wanted to deliver on Gladiator
anymore.
himself. And while there may be influences of both those characters, because I do want to satisfy expectations as well, I do also want to
the visuals
them. If we keep raising the bar after a character like Hercules, the game kind of will eventually spiral out of control. So that's why Quicksilver was such a good sort of step to the side.
He's now glances
better than Hercules, but he's a pretty great champion. And that was my goal for Gladiator. Sort of like do that additional step to the side. I don't need it to be the most damage. I don't need it to be the best damage. I just need to be sort of stand on the same pedestal as these characters, and that was the hope. I'm gesturing to a prop that is off screen.
I think that's great. I think, is there a bit more of like an added pressure for a champion when you know that it's the result of the vote of the summoners and the community?
Yeah, there absolutely was. With the Summoner's Choice being a cosmic, you want to deliver an attacker. You want to deliver a character that the players that voted for him will actually get to play as opposed to plopping on an AW map and sort of reaping rewards from. The problem being, nobody in the studio was like, hey, we need another cosmic attacker. We've got a lot of really great cosmic attackers. So I really leaned into, just have to stand on the pedestal. It doesn't need to break new ground. I want to stand on the pedestal.
Sure.
So that was a big part of it. Like I said, I've tried to incorporate as many influences from, say, a Hyperion, say, a Hercules. Got a little Dragon Man in him. Got a little Wasp, actually. And so just trying to deliver on the character as best I could. With the highest expectations, I was definitely intimidated. And it actually kind of got me a little bit writer's freeze right at the start of it. But with those increased expectations comes an increased desire to sort of step up and deliver. So
I think it's great. Like I said, I've seen this champion, and I think that you really stepped up and created something special here. We're going to pull in a question from the community, from you guys hanging out in chat here. Annihilation 20999. What was the trickiest ability to actually give Gladiator?
So with Gladiator, and I think there's already been a little bit of to-do talking about this already, we have the burst damage that he can inflict during the opponent's special attacks by sort of swinging in and trying to do, basically miming the attacking into someone else's special attack kind of thing. And everybody on the team's like, this is too risky. You shouldn't do this. And I'm like, but it's cool.
I think it plays into what you've said about confidence. Yeah. Not only is the character reliant on confidence, but the play style of the summoner also relies on that. Yeah. I think that that's fantastic. RoboShark6765 says, how difficult overall was it to make Gladiator?
Gladiator, I would say, was probably my most difficult champion so far, but it was mostly because of sort of that feeling of that expectation. I had a lot of sort of indecision right at the start when I was trying to hammer out what I wanted to do with him.
Yeah.
But then I eventually kind of landed on some influences that we might touch on in a minute that maybe I can just jump to right now. Is there's a certain anime that I was trying to looking at where like, you know, Gladiator's got some powers that are well trodden ground. And what can I do to set him apart from Icarus, apart from Hyperion, apart from Sentry? And you know, there's a favorite anime from when I was a kid, and they do a lot of stuff about breaking through limits and going even further beyond and those kinds of things. And I was like, you know, I can really look at this and find some inspiration. That was sort of a big part of where like the super confidence came from, and his ultra confidence as well.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're super saying here for sure. So I just wanted to shout out Fosta Neva, who says he looks like a grape. And I just thought that was funny. Yeah. Anyone else asking questions, please be sure to tag, what is it, Twitchy D? Kabam Twitchy D to get those questions added to our list here. Questions from many people. What kind of immunities does Gladiator have? Let's talk a little bit more about the kit. We've talked about the confidence and like, let's get into the nitty gritty of it.
Yeah. So he's a little bit more restrained on immunities. He does have immunities to Power Drain and Power Burn, which is just going to be very beneficial for fighting some tricky tech defenders.
Yeah.
But you know, because I was a little bit more restrained on immunities on him, I wanted to do something a little bit fancier. So he's got 200% ability accuracy for all of his personal buffs. So he basically doesn't have neutralized immunity, but he just generally doesn't need to worry about neutralized.
Confidence.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I know. I think that's fantastic. Look at him on screen here. He looks so good. Our team don't miss, folks.
I really like the texture on like the blue parts of his costume.
And you zoom in, which we've seen already on this B-roll, that you zoom in and like the level of detail just gets more and more the closer that you get to him. I think that's exceptional. Cool. Let's talk. I know you wanted to discuss some of the synergies as well. You've got some really creative ideas. I think it's always cool to see the champ team bring in different influences from comics and things like that. You want to break them down for us a little bit here?
Sure. So first off, he's got a self synergy where, you know, as long as you have Gladiator on your team, and as long as you're playing him, you do, he will grant 5% attack and armor rating to everybody on his team, just not himself. So everybody else gets that boost of confidence just for having him on the team. It's so themey. From there, he's got a simple enemy synergy with the characters that were involved in the War of Kings series that I referenced earlier. He's got a little bit of a crit damage boost, I believe, with Phoenix, Darkhawk, Black Bolt, Medusa, and I'm missing one. I'm 100% missing one, and I'm just going to move on because I don't want to linger on it too long.
It's fine.
And then he's got Punk's Pizzazz, which is a take on Punk's Panache. That was a synergy on Titania. And there's a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Punky peeps.
A lot of P's and a lot of T's. Basically, everybody gets some cool effects for characters with mohawks. There's Sorcerer Supreme on there, and Hulk Ragnarok on there as well, and somebody that will be coming along sooner or later.
Ooh, could be anyone.
Yeah.
More Mohawks, more punks. That's what I was saying with Spider-Punk, and nobody voted for him. So thanks, everyone.
Lots of Mohawks.
More, yeah.
And then we've got Flarking Annihilators, which is a reference to the Annihilators team that he was on after the Thanos Imperative. So you've got Nova, you got Silver Surfer, you got Ronin, and another to-be-determined character that will be coming down the road as well. And they just all benefit from some juicy Fury buffs.
Nice.
And then finally, he's got great guys with, as I mentioned, Icarus, Sentry, and Hyperion, and they all benefit from an unstoppable buff as long as you're far away from the opponent. So if somebody fires something at you, you can just tank it, shrug it off, swing in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Every one of them just super duper guys, you know?
Yeah.
Just super duper guys. Let's bring in one more question here from Noir Griffin. Is Gladiator's power level over 9,000? Yes or no?
Definitely.
Definitely. There we go. Irma Games! What was the most fun to do while making him?
Most fun to do while working on Gladiator was definitely getting the ultra confident stuff working, the burst damage into specials. I don't mean to harp on it a lot because it is something that is definitely at the end of his rope. It is sort of the cherry on top. You're going to be, playing with the bulk of the rest of this kit for the most part, but this ultra confident stuff is really fun for me because the idea of punishing special attacks as they're going on is really cool. I come from a background with traditional sort of console fighting games, and that's something you definitely do there, and I wanted to sort of bring that element into the game without breaking the way the game works. So it was exciting to actually add that in there.
I think that's cool. We've touched a lot on this. Thank you so much for sharing your insight into the behind the scenes and the creation of. Check out the deep dives on our official YouTube channel, Marvel Contest of Champions there. They'll be going live this weekend. Karate Mike works very hard, works tirelessly to make sure that you all are completely in the know for these new champions as they come out. Use those as a resource. I do as I learn this game. I've been here for over a year now, and I still feel like I know a third of the champions at most. But use those. How do you play these champions? Also, how do you counter them? What does it look like in its most ideal state as well? Some very, very cool things. So go check those out. 21 Lil Gus says, will you post the stream as a video after the stream ends? So the way that we've been running streams here is they will live on Twitch for 7 days, and then they'll disappear, and at that point we'll throw them over on YouTube as well. So there's always access to all of this information if you guys feel that you need it, which I think is great. Cool. Let's continue on with the show. You stick around because we're going to do some more stuff with you as well. We will be doing the giveaway a little bit at the end here. It's coming soon. Just hang tight. Stick around for that. We wanted to remind you all about Battle Realm Brawl coming October 20th and 21st here live in person in Vancouver. We will be doing an on-stage competition to find the #1 summoner in the contest. Qualifiers are happening currently over in Battlegrounds. We will be taking the top players that qualify at the end of this season that are both in regions that are eligible and pass brand inspection, etc. And we will be flying them here for the biggest in-person competition that the Battle Realm has ever seen, and we will be pairing that with a player summit. So if you do not wish to compete but wish to attend, you can and check it out and watch it happen live on stage here and be a part of the player summit where we will be showing you a number of reveals and giving you first-time hands-on experience with a couple of upcoming features that we will be then showing off later in future streams. Again, the 20th and 21st of October. Make sure to check those out. We will be broadcasting much of that live here on twitch.tv/kabam. So make sure to drop a follow here to be in the know for all of that. I'm very excited. Mike, anything else that we need to touch on?
A lot.
Yeah.
Hey, what's happening at our player celebration event?
Our player celebration event?
Yeah.
How much do we want to tell them about, though?
Can you guys hear me? I don't know. If you
Tell me and I'll relay. Or do you just want to come lean into my microphone? Okay, that's fine.
Early previews of new champs.
Early previews of new champs.
Get hands-on with November's champions, maybe even December's.
Hands-on with November's, maybe December's champions.
And new content announcements.
New content announcements.
You know, maybe we have to try out some in-progress new features.
New features?
And then get to mix and mingle with other players and the devs.
Mix and mingle with the community and the devs. Are we going to do like a beat the dev style competition, maybe?
We're planning one.
We should. It's not going to be me, though. A beat the boss style stuff. Lots of really cool things. So check out Battle Realm Brawl. Some free prizes. That's always important. I get the feeling that most of our Twitch viewership is here for the free prizes as well. Awesome.
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here. You can enter these things. So get excited for all that. Lots of cool stuff coming in the contest in the coming months. So much fun stuff. Let's do we want to do a raffle first or do we want to do 20 questions first? What do you guys want? Do you guys want to do 20 questions, which was really fun, and Thomas can play, and you guys can basically relay all of your questions to Thomas? Or should we do the raffle? See lots of raffles
Yeah, there's a lot of
dominating
raffles. No time for fun.
No time for fun. All right, let's set up the raffle. Again, we are giving away a 7-star gladiator as our grand prize. Our runner-up prize will then also, double grand prize, a 7-star Iron Man. And then we will be giving away 5 6-star gladiators as well. Let me just do a little tinker magic here and set this up. And I will tell you exactly what you need to do to enter. You are going to type !so glad
Love it.
into chat. Gladiator, so glad. Why not? Hop in there, hop in the chat. Again, you will receive 1 entry per person. If you do not see a message saying that you have a ticket, you do. We just tend to overload the system. It gets nuts. We have thousands of people that enter. It is 1 entry per person, so don't worry about it. It will only work here on twitch.tv/kabam. If you were watching through a content creator restream or on our official YouTube channel, please hop over to Twitch. twitch.tv/kabam. Make a quick account, takes no time at all. Exclamation point, so glad in the chat. We'll get you entry to this. We will be pulling all of our winners from the same pool. So definitely make sure not to miss that. We'll leave that open for about 5 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up and draw our winners as well. I'm going to take this moment as we kill time for 5 minutes for shameless self-promotion. Hey everyone, it's your pal Jax here. If you have any desire to hang out with me in between these streams, we're doing 1, maybe 2 a month, maybe a little bit more. But I do have my own Twitch channel at twitch.tv/flanneljax. You can come and hang out. I'm usually there live 3 times a week. We play a lot of different games. We don't play Marvel Contest of Champions because I don't want to be bullied on the internet. And come hang out. I'm doing a big event tomorrow as well. It's called a subathon. For any contribution to the stream, we'll extend the length of the stream. We're going to start at 2 hours and go maybe up to 12 hours. So that's me. Come hang out, please. Thanks. Cool. Thomas.
Yes.
Are you going to pull out your phone right now and enter this giveaway?
Oh, that's a good call.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
I feel like if I were to win it, there'd be problems.
There might be outrage, which honestly, why not? There's not enough drama in our community and in my day-to-day life either. So why not? Hold on, let me make sure everything's going here. Thomas, what is your favorite story arc involving Gladiator?
Yeah, involving Gladiator is probably definitely the Thanos Imperative. That's him and the characters that would eventually become the Annihilators definitely do this guy.
Thanos.
Definitely like have a great hero moment, and they sort of like really come together, and it's like it's a really cool story, and you know, one of those end of the universe type stories that are always so exciting. So
no, I think, I mean, that's a beautiful thing about storytelling, especially in Marvel, is you get these variances on stakes. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the world is ending. Sometimes there's pollution in New York. Right? It's this this variety here. Again, exclamation point, so glad in chat. We'll get you your entry to our giveaway here. We're going to keep it open for another couple minutes. We have about 2,000, a little shy of 2,000 entries here. Make sure to hop over. We're going to be closing it in 2 minutes. Again, thank you all for being here and continuing to show up for these live streams. I have a ton of fun doing them. It's a lot of work to bring everyone together, to bring our awesome guests, to get our production team working behind the scenes on these things. But it's absolutely worth it every single time. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. Even if it is just for the giveaway and you guys really only just want free stuff, like I get that. And I'm just glad that you're here anyways. Hopefully you guys can join in on the hype for the new content that we have coming. Get to know the devs a little bit better so you're a little less hostile towards them on social media, stuff like that. I'm really glad to see. I'm so glad.
Look at that afterwards.
It's like the Cream song.
It's a what song?
The Cream song.
What's the Cream song?
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Is Cream a band?
Yes, it's Eric Clapton's band from the 60s.
60s. Can you sing it?
No.
Well, because of we don't want to get hit with a copyright strike for playing unlicensed music here, so I appreciate that. Hands up if you guys understood that reference in chat.
Probably not.
I mean, I didn't, but I mean, good for you. Deep cut. So glad. We got another 60 seconds on there. Shout out to, what is that, Lake Zed. Yes, we're in Canada. Zed776 for being the first one to enter our raffle here.
Ooh, Adam Warth will be
looking
in
at
the
over 2,200
crystals.
entries. Again, twitch.tv/kabam is the only place that this raffle will work for you. Head on over here, make a quick account. I see a number of first-time chatters in here just to enter the raffle. That's totally fine. We're glad that you guys are here. Now, the way that this will work after we draw the winners, please pay attention to your Twitch DMs.
Probably run this
I will be
times
messaging
because
you
of 7-star
probably within
shards.
24 hours. You will have 48 hours to respond to your Twitch DMs. Only respond to the Kabam account, twitch.tv/kabam, K-A-B-A-M. Very simple. We will not ask you for your password. Please do not give it to anyone who reaches out. We will ask you for your in-game name, perhaps your alliance, and maybe your strongest champion, just to lock down your account so that we can grant you the things. We will likely have those granted to you within the week, almost guaranteed within the week. I say this with urgency because every single giveaway that we've done, some people did not claim their rewards. And then they went straight to me, and now I'm Thronebreaker, and that's why. That's a lie. They wouldn't let me claim them. But please, we're giving you away free stuff. I know you're excited to be here. Get the stuff you win, you know? That's it. All right, let's lock this down in about 15 seconds here. So glad. Your last chance. Twitch.tv/Kabam is the only spot. If you're doing it on YouTube, you're doing it wrong. If you're anywhere else, but twitch.tv/Kabam. All right, let's wrap it up. Mostly because my battery is dying on my laptop. We are going to close entries in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed. We've done it. We have a total of 2,542 entries. Good luck to you all. If I could give you all one, I wouldn't, because that would be insane. Yeah. All right, let's pick our grand prize winner. Coming up right here. Thomas, do you want to do the honors of reading our victor?
Yeah.
We have picked our winner, and it is...
At McG with an H in it. One.
Ahmed G1! Congratulations. You are the proud owner of a soon-to-be 7-star gladiator.
Yes. Nice.
I love that. I'll also point out that if you
Why didn't just give him all the rewards?
Twitch name, you don't win. I won't say your name on the stream, and you lose, and what a silly way to not win something awesome. Congratulations to McGee1. We are very proud of you. All right. For the 7-star Iron Man, the winner is Pico BP Twitch. Congratulations.
Oh, and then there's 5 6-star gladiators after this.
To give you your 7-star Iron Man. I'm excited for you. New Iron Man's going to be very, very cool. Again, we're trying something brand new here. I'm excited to give it to you guys. We now have 5 runner-ups here. We're going to be giving out 5 6-star gladiators, and they will go to the following. Do you want to read one?
Sure. Itobic.
Itobic! Congratulations. Let's keep going here. We got Drain Damaged MCOC. I hope I got that right.
I think you did.
Congratulations.
Brain damaged.
3 more. This one's for you.
At lowercase I, lowercase j, _86.
Eesh. 86. Congratulations. 2 more. Who else we got here? We got Drogoth with 0s instead of O's. Congratulations, 6-star Gladiator champion. I hope that everyone winning Gladiator were people that voted for Gladiator, because honestly, I think that would be like the perfect ending of this. And last but not least,
Cuben66.
Cuben66. Congratulations to all of our winners. Again, we will be reaching out today to get you your prizes. Please pay attention. Please check your DMs. Only trust Kabam, and we'll reach out for you then. I think you've run out of time for 20 questions. Quite honestly, I talked too much, and I'm going to work on it. I'm going to try and talk less in the future.
It's impressive.
I mean, thanks. I appreciate that. But thank you all for being here, Summoners. We will try to include 20 questions in the next stream, because I think it's very fun. I had a really good time playing with Tyler and Harold and all of you Summoners last time. So we'll try to bring it back. We will. Our next official Marvel Contest of Champions live stream will be here on twitch.tv/Kabam on September 29th, likely at 9 a.m. I know we've seen comments about people being like, well, if it wasn't at 9 a.m. Pacific time when I start work, that would be great. Ultimately, there is no time that works for everyone. We have fiddled around with the timing in the past. We will continue to do so in future. We might play with what day of the week. I will say this. I will not be coming in on my weekend to do live streams. I do those in my own time, twitch.tv/flanneljax. Come hang out there. But I appreciate everyone being here. Again, this is our first time on a brand new set. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. This will continue to get more beautiful as well. But we are thrilled at the buy-in and participation that you guys have here. And being here every single stream. Shout out to those of you who've been here from day one. Thank you so much. Continue to come and hang out. We're going to continue to be able to do more and more awesome and ridiculous things here in this space because you guys are here. Thank you so very much. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate your support. You make my day-to-day more exciting and more entertaining. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Check out the forums for updates to our side quest and Caps Enlistment event. Next week, we'll have more information on the changes to Alliance War and Incursions. Check out our YouTube channel this weekend for deep dives into Gladiator and to the remaster to Iron Man. We will likely be ramping up our live stream coverage in October as well, as we do have 2 streams planned for our wonderful Battle Realm Brawl tournament. And we might be doing something to to align with some new content coming to the contest. So stay tuned here at twitch.tv/kabam. Honestly, thank you so much for being here, our summoners. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you to our production team working behind the scenes, Rob and Finton. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Mike and to Thomas. Thank you so much for joining us here on set. Shout out to everyone working behind the scenes to make this possible. We've got James to call out, and definitely Mickey, Lyndon as well. I'm a throne breaker now. Thank you, of course, to our mods working in chat to keep our space excellent. We are going to be sending you all over in a raid now to CES God. Go check out their stream. If you are unfamiliar with how Twitch works, we are going to be relocating you to another streamer, likely streaming MCOC content. Please drop them a follow, show them some support as the wonderful...
Tiene nivel 1 y pega bien. Ah, muchas gracias, mira, muchas gracias. Acaban por el raid.
Okay, well, that is going to be the end of the stream. I'm going to open a new tab, just look one last time, and if the info is not posted for the Capsy Listman event, then that will be it. No, it's not. Okay. Thank you everyone for coming by, and we shall see you later. Goodbye.